Prosperity is a herbal remedy that has been naturally designed to nourish the prostate gland. Prosperity uses a combination of leaves, roots, and barks to create a tincture designed to nourish your prostate gland. It also will assist in prostate-related issues such as erectile dysfunction, swollen prostates, and problems related to the passage of urine. Call or WhatsApp 728-8289, 728-8289 and get your bottle today. Prosperity.
Family. I mean that family. Our youths, our young ones, our children, we need them, redeem them, and clean them. You see them, or else the enemy will come and scheme them. Family. I mean that. Family. Education for the nation that's full of salvation, biology, astronomy, and African theology, geography. Family. I love that. Family. Whatever the age or the stage, that youth will be engaged with tutorials, activities, and videos from the studios of the Priest Isaac Institute of Holistic Knowledge. Family.
The International Homeschool Program is designed and recommended for all ages. The psychological state of our children is very important, especially in the environment that most of us live in. The International Homeschool Program provides online classes, activities, and videos that are fun for the youth and edifies them of their African heritage as well as the higher sciences. To enroll your family today, visit www.priestisaacinstitute.com, go to the main website, and search for Youth Corner. Or you can email priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com for a course sample. Give thanks.
Give thanks. We do say blessed love to each and everyone. Glorify Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Father and Mother of creation. This is the Tiger Stand. Honorable Priest Isaac with you at this moment. Radio Anu International. And no matter where you are internationally, thanks for your presence with us. Priest priestisaacinstitute.com. Thanks for sitting in with us. What's on the menu for this evening? International flavor, universal spice. Let me tell you, this is the program that comes to you every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. As I said, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you have the Tiger's Nest in your arena. Right here on Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. Hey, if you are not a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest, of course, I will invite you now to join our subscription team and never miss another episode of this program. Yeah. Hey, give thanks for the fasting and praying moment. Naya Bingi drum sound. Now, what do we have in store for you this evening? Yeah, definitely give thanks to the universal. And you can see the Kete drum just ready to catch a fire. Don't worry, we save some of that fire before we leave. We burn down the walls of Jericho. Family, give thanks for your presence with us. Another beautiful evening. You know, time to get into the Tiger's Nest radio program. Again, this is a program that comes to you every evening. And of course, if for whatever reason you're not on board, you don't have to miss the Tiger's Nest. We already told you what to do. Never miss another episode of the Tiger's Nest again by simply subscribing to the Tiger's Nest. All you have to do is email us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. That's priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com, and definitely, you know, you can become a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest radio program. Now, this evening, what I want to touch upon in a few moments, I'm sure, well, maybe not everyone, but more than likely a good rights of you would have seen the letter, the official letter coming out of Shashamane Ethiopia Federal Association. And have you seen that letter? Speaking of honoring titles of the Ethiopian monarch. You haven't seen the letter? Yeah, it's definitely reaching out to Rastafari and asking Rastafari to cease and desist from referring to their women as empresses. So Rastafari, you are not supposed to refer to your woman as an empress anymore, and that is coming officially from the Shashamane Ethiopia Federal Association. So we'll be getting into that in a few moments. Definitely that should be a interesting reasoning. I'm going to read the fullness of that letter for you if you haven't seen it. And those of you who are watching the premiere on Radio and TV, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you may be, please share this program. I'm sure you'd like one of your friends or even your enemy to hear what we have to offer here. So just share it with them, you know, share it on WhatsApp. You can share it on Facebook. It's all about sharing, you know. It's better to give than to receive. What think you? So you share, you know. Sharing is not just giving, you know. Sharing is also receiving because everybody will be sharing. Good. So share the link, please. Those of you listening on radio, and share the link. You know, the Institute, share the link. Those of you who are actually watching on the YouTube, the link for the radio station is in the description below. So you could share that link too. And you could share the link of the video, share the link, family. I'll be very thankful for that. Now, I just want to remind you of the upcoming Evolution Motivational Workshop. In fact, we're going to take a moment to even speak of that because this is very important. No, yes, I know a lot of you, you want to hear the Empress part and why you're not supposed to call the Rasta woman Empress, you know, because, you know, we like that kind of talk, you know. Somebody said, don't call the woman Empress. Yeah, why not? So we're ready for that, yeah. We're getting there, But let's talk about us keeping ourselves motivated first. What you say? You don't want to hear about that? Let's speak about us rising the standard of living. What say you? Don't tell me you don't want to discuss that. What about us speaking about raising our economy and increasing our cash flow and rising the kingdom of the Black Christ? There is the real discussion there. People can say what they want about who you're supposed to call emperor and who you're supposed to call empress. But the real deal here is that the wicked has his foot on our neck and we are economically deprived as a people, no matter what we think. So as a people, we need to get our game straight. And this is why I am presenting Evolution, the motivational workshop. Those of you who took the time to sit with us for the Royal Business webinar, you definitely see where it's at. You can obviously see that there's a program that is here that you can follow. So we are going to bring a workshop now to the table. This is Thursday, the 29th day of February. Mark the date. In fact, you don't even have to mark the date. Email us now and register. It's a free workshop. We will be going into not just motivation, but motivational business practices. So in other words, we'll be speaking about number one. Who can tell me what's the first thing we got to touch? The mindset, how you think. This is necessary. Even in a workshop, I mean, many of us, we were brought up on the scarcity mindset. In fact, I'm sure most, if not all of us, not many, almost all. If it's not all of us, maybe it's one or two of us here. You understand that? But at any given time, everyone listening would have been brought up in one level or the other on a scarcity mindset. You could be a millionaire and still have a scarcity mindset, you know. So don't think it's just quote unquote poor people and so-called middle class have a scarcity mindset. The middle class is just another way of saying poor people, you know, the privileged poor. Yeah. This is some serious stuff. So just the mindset, many of us have been taught that, just get enough and be satisfied. That's selfish thinking. Many of us were, money doesn't grow on trees. Is that so? Yeah, and the whole world has hijacked the cannabis industry. And now you're still up to now trying to fool me and tell me money don't grow on trees. Yeah. And then now, what's the other one? A penny earned is a penny saved is a penny earned. Yeah, there's a next one. There's a heap of them. Let me see. There's another one. The root of evil is money, or the root of all evil is money, and all of this kind of stuff. So with all of that negativity coming down, the wealthy people had to have done something bad to get their wealth. With that sort of mentality and that barrage of negativity hitting your economy, and then on the other side, you're not even trained to practice good behavior when it comes to money and the finances and economy. So then obviously you're going to have psychologically or subconsciously a bad outlook on money. Trust me, believe it or not, you hate money. You don't even know that. You only go after it because experience has showed you that you need it to survive. That's all, you know. You have to understand psychology, you know, but you have been trained. You've never been trained to go for it. You've never been trained to be wise about your finances. You've never been trained to have a wealth mindset. You never learned that in school. No teacher in school. Or maybe you had a good teacher that maybe whispered something good in your ear. Yeah, they do exist. But it was never a part of the silly bus, that silly old bus that they carry you to school on. The school bus is a silly, silly bus. It's not a part of the carry and kill. It means God, eh? The God spirit within you is called carry, kill. They carry you beyond to the west and kill. That's what they did and call it a curriculum. They kill the with their reading and their writing and their arithmetic and say it's 3 R's when it's a W, a A, and a R. War. You're at war through the educational system. Curriculum with their syllabus. You understand? So the syllabus never taught you to thrive, to be economically sound, to create generational wealth. And if you have even one child, your mission should be generational wealth. That's it. The fact that you have a next generation, that's your green light to create generational wealth, not $4 million. I said generational wealth. You see, this is why we need the evolution workshop. It's free, Rastafari, free. There's nothing you're gonna come here, believe me, you're not gonna leave the workshop worse than you came in. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? We're not gonna hypnotize you or brainwash you to leave here and to produce less. So in other words, believe me, there's nothing to lose. We are going to, again, the mindset. So you need to erase that mindset that has been given to us, even though you think you would have conquered it, it's somewhere there. That is why, you know, we tend to be okay with a mediocre, average sort of living, because we do not understand our purpose. We do not understand why we are here. And we touched a lot upon this in the Royal Business webinar. Of course, even in the workshop, many people may be at the workshop that was not at the Royal Business webinar, and they will still need that pep. But we are really going to be concentrating on techniques, promotion and marketing, techniques and sales. So I'm inviting your family to not just to come along, bring your business partner. You know, bring your employers or employer and your employees. Yes, your employer, your bosses, the CEO of where you work. Trust me, they will be happy. You may even get a raise just for inviting the supervisor, the head of human resource, to this workshop. But more so, family, those of you who are opening a business, those of you who have a startup, if you have a brethren or a sister that you are doing some level of business with, no matter the business, it's all right. I know you may be saying, well, hey, I have a beauty salon, you know, the priest. No, I want to hit whatever business you have, eh? This, you see, this is what I'm talking about. It's not necessarily what you do, it's how to do what you do. So I'm encouraging you, don't worry. Register now. Register for free. It's a free workshop, you know. There's no strings. We ain't coming to sell you a thing. This is all from the heart. It is something that we know we can impart. You understand? And we know for sure for those who, this is how you express. There's certain things you just don't come on the YouTube and talk. You don't just come on the radio and talk. There's certain things of value that you have to keep in a certain niche. Now, if you notice, we didn't say $10 to come, you know. So if you don't have the $10, you can't come. Or 20 or 100, even if it's worth 1,000, it's for free. So everyone that's listening here right now, all of you,
all of you can get that information on Thursday, the 29th of February. No one listening has to be left out. It's your decision now to email me and ask for your pass for the workshop. So no one can say, oh, he's having a workshop and he's having it in a special corner. Every corner is a special corner. This is a special corner. You know, the YouTube is a special corner. Instagram is a special corner. It's just if you decide to come to that corner to get the information. So this is an online workshop. And you have to register. But it doesn't cost you anything. And you'll be learning techniques. You'll be learning strategies to get motivated, stay motivated, market, promote, and sell. Hey, listen, man, this is going to be deep. Now, family, again, if you have a business and you have a business partner, whether they listen to me or not, get them on board. Trust me, it will be definitely beneficial to you, your partner, your family. Bring the youths and the full company. Hey family, this is the Tiger's Nest radio program. This is Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. Let your friend know, let your family know, let everybody know that you are listening to the Tiger's Nest.
Royal family, are you an entrepreneur? Are you a business owner, employer, employee, manager, owner of the business, or you're just an individual who desires to double your income, motivate your staff, follow up efficiently, or close sales effectively? Well, I have an offer for you. Join us on Thursday, the 29th of February for our online evolution motivational workshop. Learn how to get yourself, your business partners, and your staff motivated and keep them motivated, guaranteed. Learn how to increase your cash flow no matter what type of business you are involved in, which will obviously raise the standard of living. Facts. To register yourself or your team for free, visit the website priestisaacinstitute.com or email us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Our online evolution motivational workshop. I will see you there. Have you heard of Astronomy? I am the Honorable Priest Isaac, and I am certified in the field of Astronomy. Do you want to learn Astronomy? Well, book your ticket today and join me in the Caribbean in the island of Antigua for 9 days and nights, 7 of which will be in the classroom studying and in the field researching on Green Castle Hill, Mount Anu, the Stonehenge of the Caribbean. This is a studycation. You will visit the beach, experience the Rastafari camps, yoga, vegan food, and much more. For more information, visit priestisaacinstitute.com or email us at priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com.
Yeah. Yes, family, let us get to this message here. much, Naya Bingi Drum Sound. Family, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to begin by literally reading the letter here for those who may be just joining us. This is a letter that was sent out from the Shashamane Ethiopia Federal Agents Association. And it says here, Frasberg Selassie, Mr. Clayton M. Bernard EX, President. And it says here, honoring titles of the Ethiopian monarch. Very interesting letter here. And it says, and please listen, the Shashamane Ethiopia Federal Agents Association released the following statement to the press today, September 16th, 2023. And there's Amharic within the whole construct of the letter. So, of course, that part of it, I would admit. To all men and women of the Rasta community around the world, I urge you to address the dishonorable practice of using the titles Emperor or Empress in one's names in a personal capacity. The use of these titles as a name is a treasonous act against the Ethiopian monarch. No woman in the United States has sovereign ruler, says ruler, I think it should be rule, but has no woman in the United States has sovereign ruler. Oh no, I'm corrected, pardon me. No woman in the US, United States, has sovereign ruler power, not now or since slavery. The African American community has no sovereign ruler power. It is a racial group from Africa, that's the African Americans. I would believe, in extension, they are speaking of Blacks in the West. Moreover, all women who use this title in their name display envy and disregard for Empress Menen and her royal position, and this action shall not be tolerated at any time. That's a serious thing there. Big man said, pardon me, the president is saying here that this action shall not be tolerated at any time. Well, things serious, man. What a joke it is. But Rastas, where do the people them? I urge you to respect and honor the royal family of the Ethiopian monarch, then, now, and forevermore. And then there is some more Amharic writing, and that is really the conclusion of the letter. And I take the letter with the utmost of respect of the association's position. In fact, I could understand, to be honest, I could understand why they would be in that frame of mind. Because, I mean, when you study psychology, you know, some people only just understand what they believe. That's bad. That's a big problem in mankind. Is why you believe you understand, as if you don't check for it, like somehow you don't even get it. And that's really bad. So in other words, obviously I'm not in total agreement with what they're saying, but I understand, I comprehend why they would have that frame of mind, and it's clearly expressed in the letter. even if they may be a bit harsh in their outlook, from my point of view, you may agree with them. The use of these titles as a name, both emperor and empress, as a name, but I'm sticking more to the empress because we all know, I mean, there are hardly any Rastas that emperor this or emperor that. I know a few Rastas that go by the name of emperor, but it's not something widespread. You know, it's either Ras this or Ja this, Ja Daniel, or Ja Mark, or Ras Marvin, or then of course within the Bobo Shandy, the priest and the prophet, or Bongo Charles, or Bongo Williams, and you have these different things, but these are not necessarily, well, Ras is a title. That is an ancient title as well. I don't know what the association would say about that title, the title of Ras, because we use Ras. We all use Ras. All of us are Ras. So, you know, Ras Billy, Ras Wilbur, you know, Ras Chalice, all kind of Ras, we all Ras. And Ras is a royal title too. So I'm not sure, because they would have referred to us as, well, interestingly now, as I'm looking at the letter, to all men and women of the Rasta community. That's exactly what they refer to us as. Now, that alone is disrespect. Rasta community. This is the Rastafari community, not unless the good people here of the association has a problem with using the full name and title, Rastafari. Maybe they do, you understand? Because as I said, I can understand, again, comprehend where their vision is coming from and why they are looking at this from that sort of angle. So since we are speaking of respecting people's titles, I mean, Rasta community, for a start, we could be a little more rounded there, you know, Rastafari community. Okay, fair enough. But then I return to the question I was asking. So as it relates to the title of Ras itself, is there any problem with that? Any, you know, discrepancy with us using that title, Ras? Which, well, you know, we always learned it meant head or chief. Him, to be fair, different interpretations would have come on the board in recent times. So it goes on to say, the use of these titles as a name is a treacherous act against the Ethiopian monarch. Treacherous, eh? That's not no joke. I mean, treacherous. You're a traitor. You are a traitor. So all the sisters that are empresses, and even those of us who keep up that stuff, we are seen as traitors according to this letter. And I'm saying it in that way because the way that the letter is written, it's not written as if it's a tea party. Eh? This will not be tolerated, the writer says. It's as if you have to lock your doors now. Fellas, this will not be tolerated. Then they go as far as to explain no woman in the US. So I assume they are agitated by something coming out of the US. We, of course, you know, we have a good rights of Rasta in the US. No woman in the US has sovereign rule of power, not now or since slavery. And I could hear someone, because I can hear things, that someone just said, but how you just say Rasta and you don't want them to say Rasta? No, that's not how it goes. They're bringing an argument to us about respecting him. You understand? Now, this may sound strange, but it's not my duty to be so guardian, be the guardian of all the little cliches that are around.
because I would use the term, but I know, and I've taught even to this audience, that we are Rastafari. That's our name as an organization. So with the argument that the good people are bringing, it is in their court, the ball is in their court to refer to the people that they are addressing in the correct way. You understand? Okay, it's just like, I definitely don't believe in referring to a next brother as no nigger. Yeah? I'm not into that world at all. And if you hear me use the term, sometimes I'm just reenacting. Some people don't like it, but believe me, I don't mean nothing by it because I would refer to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, not brothers that. But as I said, you must know how to comprehend things. Now a black man will call his brother a nigger. Hey nigga, this nigga, and of course it sounds silly. Of course it sounds silly, but they feel okay referring to each other as that. But then a white man calling any one of them that, they're ready to deal with him. That's actually, against the law in the black world. Who you calling nigga? You can't call us nigga, but we can call one another. You understand? So don't take that simple as it comes here. So a treacherous act. And then they go on to say that the no woman. So you see, they're highlighting the woman. Although they said the emperor and the empress, but they're highlighting the woman because no woman in the United States has a sovereign ruler power to be called an empress. That's what he's saying. The African American community has no sovereign ruler power to be called empress or emperor. It's a racial group from Africa. And they go as far as to say, all women, sisters, hear this, all women who use the title of empress in their name display envy and disregard for Empress Menen and her royal position. And this action shall not be tolerated at any time. Well, that part of the conversation, I can't really speak to that. I don't know what they mean by it won't be tolerated, but I can speak to some of the other things that were said. And, we give thanks for all the great mothers. Now, Empress Zadi too, give thanks for all the great queens. As I said, I never met the good president of this association. I never met the good people, but I'm very thankful for whatever works that they're doing in the earth, and I'm sure they're doing some good works for their people. I'm positive. And again, everyone has their own opinion. So I'm going to give you my opinion. You see, as the good president said, the woman in the US went through a terrible time. He didn't really say all of this in detail, but he mentioned from the time of slavery till now. We went through a terrible time as a people. All of us, in the East and in the West. But everyone has a slightly different story to tell. Now, you see, this is why the scripture speaks about that rising of the sun in the West. And I don't want to go too far into detail, but you see the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. Let's start there. We got to start there because it is Bongo Eddie he's speaking about. No, he said our Rasta and Rasta community and the United States. No, hold on. Who is the first Rasta man? Yeah, Rasta man. Who is the first Rasta man to refer to the woman as an empress? Let us begin there. That's the best place to start this conversation before we go too far. Because we can't forget the foundation. You see, we like to speak about things today and forget the foundation. Who is the first to refer to the woman as empress? It's the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. When I knew of Rasta, we refer to the woman as daughters, D-A-W-T-A-S, daughters, meaning that, you know, they were the daughters of Zion, or they would be referred to as sisters. But within the camp of the Honorable Charles Edwards, Bongo Eddie, King Emmanuel, the mighty Christ put the title of Empress upon our woman. How dare he? Yeah. What kind of move is that now, Almighty One of Israel? For you to place a title on all women, you know, who have not even been crowned in any coronation ceremony or been announced by any edict or whatever as the empress of any nation. You just calling the woman empress. Now, what is that? Now, again, you see, although Black people, African people in general went through the underworld, those that had to get on the ship have a different story to tell than those who we also not only sympathize but empathize with, but didn't get on the ship, stayed on the land. This is why you go to Ghana, you meet Brother Joseph, but Joseph's title is Abache or Nkrumah or even Amun. You go to some other country in Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, you meet Mark or Christopher or Jason, but his title is Nerere. His title is Mobutu. Why is that? He has half of his name. He has half of his name and he still has his language. He can speak the enemy's language and he can speak his language and he have half of his name. Those of us who went on the ship lost everything. I just want you to get this good. So the psychology is a bit different. I'm speaking for the Black Christ. I'm telling you straight. So in the same way that the Bible has to show us the nurturing love of the Almighty when he takes up the slave that he has to bring back to life, when he takes up the sick that he has to nurture, it is the Almighty that is the Good Samaritan. The story of the Good Samaritan represents the Christ figure. When the man was beaten and robbed and he was left to die, that's us. We were beaten and we were robbed and we were left to die. Do you know the story of the Good Samaritan? I believe you should. Again, as a people, we were robbed. We were spoiled. We were left to die like the story of the man that was on the road. I think it was to Damascus. And he was robbed, beaten, left there. They took all his stuff. I think they left with his donkey and everything, and he was there bleeding. And all the people just passed him. They say the preacher passed him and looked at him and said, "Oh no, help him, Lord." The money man passed him. Beep, beep, beep. He didn't say help, nothing. He just moved on. And all the people passed and they stuck their nose up in the air because he was beginning to stink. But then the Good Samaritan passed and noticed him almost on his last breath. And he took him and he washed him. And I like this part of the scripture. It says, he wrapped his head. I love that. You get it? Yeah, I wouldn't even go into no detail there. But the physician, the great physician, the Samaritan, wrapped the head of the sick man and took him to the innkeeper and said, take care of him. And when I return, I will pay you more. That's the Christ who has come to those who have been robbed and spoiled and left to die. You better believe it. And would have brought salvation to us. I want you to understand this. Now you see, like we do in a lecture, not a lecture, pardon me, the workshop, evolution, and we're dealing with motivation. You see, we as a people, we have been deflated. We as a people, we need motivation. We as a people, we don't understand our purpose. Listen to me, good family. We as a people, we don't have enough zeal. We don't have the vision because, again, we've been deflated, robbed and spoiled. We lose our names, not just one of the names and the other names still intact. We lose all of our names, especially in the West. Everything. We lose our mother tongue. I was reading a letter a moment ago from the Shashamane Association, and at least 1/4 of it was in Amharic. I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it. I wouldn't even know where to start. So those of us who caught that ship, or the ship caught us, we've been severely robbed and spoiled. I want you to get that. And it is us, well, the whole world really, but we don't know where the man come. It is us, the great Samaritan came for and wrapped our heads. I like that part. Taught us the Sabbath and brought us to life. The point I'm making is that when Prince Emmanuel Charles Edwards created the priesthood, even amongst I and I, as Rastafari, one's murmur about that. How dare you refer to man and woman as prophet and prophetess? What kind of title is that? Do you know why we say or refer to ourselves as honorable? Marcus Messiah Garvey was the one that told us to honor yourself. I always remember that it is Priest Donovan, the first man. I remember first time I go Bobo Hill. And Priest Donovan asked me what my name is, and I tell Priest Donovan my name is Kidemi. And Priest Donovan at the time, he was Prophet Donovan. And he said, no, no, my Lord, you are honorable. Honorable Prophet Kidemi. Always honor yourself. You follow me? That's Marcus Messiah Garvey. Marcus Messiah Garvey gave us titles. The Lieutenant General and Supreme Captain. And the whole world looked at Marcus Garvey and, oh, no, no, who is he? This black gorilla from Africa think he can just come around here and put in titles on the niggers. This doesn't work. No, no, no. Gotta deport him. Yeah, that's it. So placing titles, renowned titles on the children of the light, the children of the sun, has always been an issue. I wonder if you're with me, family. This is a serious discussion here, no? This is not a joke. Because, just to show again, especially as it relates to the daughters. And when we say the daughters, the empresses, because the scripture clearly shows you again how the Almighty does deal with the daughters of Zion. But I just want to read something here for you. This is taken from the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 1. And it's speaking of, you know, the revelation of Yeshua. Jesus Christ, revelation of Yeshua. Yeshua, oh, I'm very sure. I'm very sure. I'm very, very sure. Let me read from verse 5, just quickly. And from Let me read from verse 4. John to the 7 churches which are in Asia. Grace be unto you, and peace from him which is, and which was, and which is to come, and from the 7 spirits which are before his throne. Telling you. And from Jesus Christ, who is the faithful witness. Listen to this, and the first begotten of the dead, Kente Mente, foremost of the Westerners. And, well, the Bible didn't say all that. I'm just adding that. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Some of the eye. And the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us and washed us from our sins in his own blood. Now here it is. And hath made us kings and priests unto God and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Now, what's my point here? And I'm going to make the point quickly and move on. We're not going to stick here forever. Because of the sacrifice. I don't want to get into his own blood and all I'm talking there right now. Different conversation. So let's stay focused. But we understand that the Christ, the Messiah figure, the sacrifice that the Messiah had to pay, it is because of such redemption, according to the scripture, that he hath made us kings. Who? Kings and priests unto God. Now, I'm wondering if the Shashamane Association there has a problem with the term priest as well. I'm serious, Ras, prince and princess. What about prince and princess? We call our little ones prince and princess. That's a royal title. They have prince and princess 80 plus years old and them still prince and princess. Prince and princess doesn't really mean little people as how we use prince and princess. To us, when you get to an adult, you're not a princess no more. So this prince and princess, prince and empress, and so this is a different thing, than what our good people at the association is speaking about. But let's still engage. So I'm showing us all that the Almighty has made us kings. Let's just use that title. I know they did not mention the word king in the letter, but emperor was mentioned. And again, because emperor sovereign, so a king. A king is a sovereign ruler too, isn't it? The king of a kingdom. All right. And this is, all of this is Ethiopian royalty. Haile Selassie was Negus or king before he became emperor. What about people that name Negus? Lucia and a son named Negus. I'm just asking. These are even questions too, so you get a clarity. Because the letter says that calling us emperor and empresses, well, empresses, this is treacherous, treacherous, he said. That's not a joke. Treacherous, man. And then he even went as far as to say, we ain't, it's not going to be tolerated. As like, okay, wow. This is why in the 82nd Psalm, he says, ye are gods. Why did the Almighty have to tell us that we are gods? Because we have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten that we are the universe. This is going to go deeper if you really want to go there. So a people who have forgotten their name, we have forgotten our name. That's why Elijah Muhammad tell his people, just drop the name and put an X. We don't know who we are. He said, put an X till we figure it out. Yeah, so when the Black Christ brought to our woman that them is the mother of creation. What are you going to tell me, Hira? It is Prince Emmanuel that taught us to refer to the woman as an empress. And referring to your woman as an empress, if the Almighty says that we are all gods, well, what is an empress? If she's a goddess, so I guess there must be a problem with that too. I would believe the Shashamane Agent Association might be somewhat tied to Christianity. So you may be dissing the Virgin Mary now to refer to the woman as a goddess, because it's goddess we call our woman, you know, goddess. And them terms ain't no grand terms. Them is German terms, really. But because we are communicating, and you know what we are trying to say, these are goddesses that we have. You understand? So the empresses, they're etege as well, because they represent the mother of creation. So this is why, as I just explained, ye are all gods. This is why the Almighty say, he shall make us kings and priests. So if we take it upon ourselves to accept the blessings and say, yeah, we are kings, we are queens, we are empresses, we are the priests of the Most High, you can't be upset with us. We are the people who have been robbed and spoiled. We left Africa as kings and queens, brother, you forgot. We left Africa as the emperors and the empresses. Come on, remember, it's me, brother. We left Africa as the gods and the goddesses. We left Africa as Kunta Kente. We don't even have the Kente. They take the Kunta and the Kente from us. At least you still have Kente. They take Kunta and give you Jeffrey, but you still have Kente. They took our Kunta and they took our Kente and gave us Toby and Huckleberry. That's a good one. Yeah, you know. So this is why in ancient Kemet, man, the queen mother, the empress, the literal sovereign empress, the real empress, the woman that ruled on the throne, Hatshepsut, the woman that ruled with her king, Nefertari and Nefertiti, Sobek Neferu. All of these empresses, which were their given title, were still seen as the goddesses. This is why, hear me good, all the emperors, all the Nesud Bete of ancient Kemet and Kush were also seen as the God in flesh. I'm sure the president, the good president of the association, knows this history, that the emperor, the king from ancient times, was always seen as the manifestation of the God. You see what I'm saying? So the queen as well was always seen as the manifestation of the goddesses. So the king and the queen were seen as goddesses. The emperor and the empresses were seen as gods and goddesses, pardon me, gods and goddesses. So those of us, my good brother, who have not been, what should I say, who have not been given a coronation ceremony of the standard that you know, but yet still we have come to the conclusion, you must understand, you know, my brother, we are Rastafari. We are Rastafari. We have seen the vision and accepted the true divinity of the same emperor and empress that you are talking about. Now, I don't want to, you know, cross my boundaries because I do not know the standing philosophy of that association. But I know the standing philosophy of Rastafari. And we, in unison, maybe on different levels, but in unison, we have accepted, not the sainthood, we have accepted the divinity of Haile Selassie and Empress Menen. So in the same way that the king and the queen is the god and the goddess, We who accept the king and the queen are kings and priests and empresses unto him is his successor. In fact, we are gods and goddesses as well. So, I mean, again, you know, I'm not even, because everyone has their opinion, but when you're coming down to say it's treacherous, I mean, I gotta say, wow, you, like what? It's put us on guard there. And then to go as far as to say, what was the last line there? It will not be tolerated. You know, like when a man say, well, okay, you can see how it go. You just wait. You understand that that language there? We can see how it go. You just wait. Or in another way, you wait and see. You wait and see. You better sleep with one eye open, bro. But that's the way it sounds. So family, I don't know what you think about such. You know, if you believe, what do you think? Do you believe that it is envious? That's another thing that was said in the letter. That it is envious. With some level of envy we have for Empress Menen. I mean, to be honest, when I first read the letter, I said, is this authentic? You know, because you know a lot of people play pranks. Is this the real stuff? Because the choice of words, why would you believe that we would be envious? That's an argument there that I wouldn't even run down. But this, if anything, should be a strength to you, my sisters. This should be a strength to everyone that is listening. You are an empress. Just the full definition of the quality of the empress. And from ancient time, the empress has always been signified with the goddess. So we have embodied the energy and the spirit of those who we admire. We have embodied the energy and the spirit of those who we praise. That's why the Bible says when he appears, we shall rejoice because we shall be like him. Robe, turban, everything. We shall rejoice when we see him because we shall be like him. So if the good president, you hear where he be a president. No. No. You ever see the documentary where they say in Uganda, only General Amin is supposed to be called president? That's what the documentary say. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. I tell you, see how serious it gets? All right, don't go anywhere, family. Let me ask you a question, family. Are you a member of the Tiger's Nest subscription team? If the answer is no, well, you are really missing out. First of all, the Tiger's Nest subscription is only $25 a month. And you will receive, listen to this, each and every episode of our nightly radio program, The Tiger's Nest, information, inspiration, and a lot more. In addition to this, advanced subscription will give you a copy of all of our video documentaries, whether they be full length or short, to include A Penny Maker, The Night of the Black Tiger, and The Santa Claus Massacre, just to name a few, all for free. You will also receive every new upcoming video documentary, again, whether it be full length or short, for only $25 per month as a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest. But wait, there is more, much more. All books written by myself, Honorable Priest Isaac, will be given for free to all subscribers, including our upcoming books. All of our subscribers will have free access to all of our special events, lectures, webinars, and conferences that are valued $100 or less. And this access again will be for free. Plus, all of our one-time payment courses, for example, Ancient Astronomy and the Evolution Motivational Business course will be for half price to all our Tiger's Nest subscribers. Wow! All of this and more for a subscription of only $25 per month. Now listen to this. You could also get a 6-month or an annual subscription plan, which will be much more economical. Family, this is it. For more information, in fact, to sign up and become a subscriber, visit our website, priestisaachinstitute.com, or just send me an email, priestisaachinstitute@gmail.com, and become a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest. And never miss another episode again, plus much, much, much more. Give thanks once again, Mingy Fashion. Give thanks to all the Empresses. Yeah, now even in Calypso, reggae, all over, you have Empress this and Empress that. Driving on the road, you see people have on the car, Empress this, Empress that, and they know it close. You see, Rastafari is spread out internationally. Trust me, Rastafari is the creator. That is why those of us who were persecuted for locks, everybody have locks now. All queer people have locks and things. Some of us were persecuted just for cooking the next pot in the house. Tell me about it. Right now, going vegan and healthy living, that's the part. Let's not even mention the herb, the cannabis. Now everybody wants a taste. Red, gold, and green. Think it's Rasta old reggae? Everything the Rasta bring forward, but everybody talking about cooking in clay pot. Everything the Rasta bring forward, the world has seen the value, although they persecute us for it at first, and still do. Yeah. So it is Rastafari that have all the women them of the world calling themselves Empress. Yeah, enough women that have nothing to do, well, I shouldn't say nothing to do, but from first glance, then you may not say Rastafari, because Rastafari is really a hard concept too. That's another thing. Yeah? So I ain't judging nobody like from no first glance. But what's in the heart must manifest outside. So let's not waste no time now. But yet still, people that you may not think is Rastafari there will tell you, yes, yeah, man, and refer to themselves as Empress. And this Empress and that Empress, and this is my Empress and that is my Empress. Yeah, you check it. But give thanks, man, for King Emmanuel, Lord. Give thanks for King Emmanuel's salvation. Royal family, listen, I can only encourage you at this moment that treat your woman as an Empress, Rastafari, as a goddess, and mother, sister, and daughter. Royal goddess, man, trust me. Hey, family, encouraging you again to join us. Hey, listen, I shouldn't even be encouraging nobody here to join us because everyone here should have already registered for the Evolution Motivational Workshop, especially those who were here at the beginning of the program. Am I correct? No? You haven't registered as yet? You don't need to pull out your Visa or your MasterCard, you know. That's what you're looking for? No American Express needed here. Just email Priest Isaac Institute at gmail.com and register for the motivational workshop. It will definitely add to your growth. It is impossible. I don't know. This is how I know we afraid to grow. It's impossible for you to come and sit with us and you don't leave a better person. It's designed for that. Yes, I register, man, family. Looking forward to hearing from you and looking forward to seeing you on the 29th. Definitely. Those of you who are not subscribers, subscribe to the Titles Nest right away. Those of you who are not on Radio Anno itself, and those of you on YouTube, remember the link is in the description below. Hey, if you know your Bible and you do not know your history, knowledge of your Bible will become a mystery. And of course, you know it takes some real eyes to realize the real life that I'm Royal family, are you an entrepreneur? Are you a business owner, employer, employee, manager, owner of the business, or you're just an individual who desires to double your income, motivate your staff, follow up efficiently, or close sales effectively? Well, I have an offer for you. Join us on Thursday, the 29th of February for our online Evolution Motivational Workshop. Learn how to get yourself, your business partners, and your staff motivated and keep them motivated, guaranteed. Learn how to increase your cash flow no matter what type of business you are involved in, which will obviously raise the standard of living. Facts. To register yourself or your team for free, visit the website priestisaacinstitute.com or email us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Our online Evolution Motivational Workshop. I will see you there.